A lot of the actions you take when you're working with a database are simple and straightforward. You choose a command from the menus, or you click on an icon in the status toolbar to perform the corresponding action. However, sometimes, to achieve the effect you want, you need to take a number of steps. For example, if the data is being updated frequently, and I regularly want to check for the publications that are still in print and perhaps save a PDF file with a sorted report of the available titles, I have a number of steps to take to achieve that goal. First, I'd need to navigate to a suitable layout, say the publications layout. Then I'd need to enter find mode, set up the criteria for a search, perhaps available and published since the year 2000. Perform the find, and with some records found, I'd then need to navigate to a suitable layout to provide the details I need in the PDF document. Then I'd need to sort the records. After that, I'd be able to use the Save Send Records as PDF command. That generates the PDF document that I require. And then I'd be free to switch back to whichever layout I was on to resume whatever I was doing before I began. That's about 8 actions in all that I'd need to perform in the correct order to achieve the creation of a document that captures a snapshot of the data at a given point in time, giving me a sorted list of available titles published since the year 2000. Not too hard to do, nor perhaps to remember, though it might be a nuisance if I occasionally forgot to, say, sort the records before creating the PDF, or otherwise deviated from the sequence of commands. But if I need to go through this particular routine often, say once or twice a day for a period of months or years, it'll add up to a fair bit of work, plenty of scope for occasional error, and over time it'll become increasingly tedious. That's where FileMaker's scripting capabilities come in. A script allows you to write the steps that must be taken, save them within the file, and then have FileMaker do all the work for you. The process of scripting in FileMaker is a bit like what various macro and automation programs provide, except that it's specific to the rich command and control options in the FileMaker application, and it gives you a lot of scope to automate and build the interactive power of your solution. Unlike many macro utilities, you can't use FileMaker scripting to record your actions as you perform them. Instead, you have to set up the script in a special form of code. But while that may sound a bit daunting at first, it's actually not that hard, and I'll be getting you started by walking you through the process. Before you commence the exercise of writing a script, you need a clear outline of what the script should do. So it's helpful if you first determine the sequence of steps, operations or commands that you'd need to go through to perform the task in its entirety manually. Then you can use that outline as a kind of blueprint for the codified script you'll write. In the case of the example I described, the task of creating a report of recent and available publication titles, here's a summary of the steps the task entails. Basically, about 8 things that have to be done in sequence to complete the task. Now that I know exactly what needs to be done and have the steps arranged in a logical order, I can start the process of coding a FileMaker script to capture the steps of the process and make it automatic.